about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising, that look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you're never leaving my face. Heart is racing here now, never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess, no. You're a mind reader. Mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's missing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising, that look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now, never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess, no. You're a mind reader. Mind reader.
if y'all can hear me now. Stupid ass fucking internet shit. Forgive my language. Let me know if you can hear me now. It looks like the speaker's moving, so y'all can hear me. So I hope everybody's doing good. Sorry for the audio issue, but it is what it is. And just want to make a quick video, and to get to the gist of it, this is probably going to be my last video, only because it is absolutely pointless to make videos at this point. I mean, y'all that rock with me pretty much know, what time it is, but outside of that, is done. It's done. I mean, I still make, I still upload stuff, but I'm talking about making videos, talking about whatever is going on. It's pretty evident of what's happening, what's going on. I mean, what we've been involved in the past, God knows how many years. Yeah, that's about it. You're right, Dark Kushite. That's what I'm saying. I'm quitting anything to do with, truth and shit. Like I'm done with that. If I get around to it, stuff like that. As far as that truth and shit, this is crazy, man. I did a post, and people need to really check out that video. It's not like in depth as I went with it, as far as doing my own research over the years, and Wise has talked about this, so heavy, and I mean it's pretty much exactly what. I mean it's pretty much exactly what it is. It's a social mind control, man. It's beyond our comprehension. It's beyond the average person's comprehension. A lot of us know this, but it's beyond. I mean, it's so crazy. It's so in depth and deep. But I mean, it's pointless, man. Most people that you around, and this is why I just vanished. Is because it's a mind control program, man. That's all it is. It's a mind control program. They are deliberately putting this stuff out here, man. I mean, I can't tell you enough. They're manipulating our minds, our thought, our consciousness. It's actually it is deep, guys. It is deep, man. And then when you understand this, you understand what you see. You understand, like, before you couldn't explain why people, you'd be like, man, why are these people so brain dead? Why do these people believe this? Why do these people believe in that? And it's crazy, man. And the CIA, just like that video said, we've talked about this years ago, taking the blueprint from the Alice in Wonderland of Ron Hubbard. I mean, it's crazy, man. It was just like a refresh my memory, because we did do videos a long time ago about this. And I mean, it's the social media is structured around mind manipulation. They didn't create the social media and then implement the mind control. It was gonna be that anyway, And just like YouTube, they got it, it was about broadcasting yourself, and quickly, boom, it turned into mind control. Turned into, the tactics they use. Like, you could see it all through YouTube, man, and all these platforms, mainly YouTube, because that's where the truth and actually stemmed is from YouTube. And you could see when you read how the CIA has used that code, and one of them is the behavior table, the behavioral table of elements. And a lot of us have, we've gotten to this stuff before, and Wise has gotten to this stuff before. Is most people don't know that, they are manipulated. People that think a lot of people think they're awakened, but they're actually more manipulated than the average person. A lot of people say, "Oh, I don't watch TV. I don't watch TV. I'm on the air. I get my news source." That is 1,000 times more mind control than the actual TV, because the TV, you could turn it off, turn it on. The TV don't have comment sections. The TV don't have feeds where it's feeding you. It's doing that now because they're removing, everything and make everything subscription based and based to the viewer. But it wasn't like that before. It was good, G Code, right? Everybody, get off the TV, turn off the TV, and they got you on the internet, which controls you and manipulates you even more. And I can't really. The video that I shared is like, it's like if you know, It's not going to give you everything that I'm trying to tell you, but if you sit and watch it, you'll be like, damn, and all the shit you've seen over the past few years, and all the bull crap you've seen, and the truthers, and and all these, influencers, and the news media, and these mouthpieces, all the way down from the highest levels to the lowest levels, to your local favorite truther, is all using this same formula. And how they have paid people, and some people don't even know that that's what they're actually doing. And there's other people that do know what they're actually doing. And this is why I walk the fuck away, because you can't explain this shit. You can't tell nobody, because the objective is simple. You break down the person's belief system. You flood them. Remember I made them videos about cognitive overload? A lot of people wasn't listening. I said they pumping you with so much information, to confuse you. Then they break you down. They breaking your consciousness down, your cognitive thoughts down. They're getting you confused, mad, angry. And then when you go on your feeds, your mind is searching for something to soothe that shit, like a drug, like a dopamine hit. And when it catches it, it grasps onto it. That's why you had factions of like Flat Earth, like, all these different, realms and aspects of awakening, because you just called tribe. It's called tribe something. Like they got a term for this that they use called tribe something. And it's like a click up, cult up, and wow, all these people know this over here. And wow, this must be the truth. And boom, you're locked in. And it soothes you, it gets you in, it traps you in. And then you're in that frame of thought, right? And they've created a bunch of these pockets. The CIA, DARPA, mind control programs created all these little pockets, your gematria, your God stuff, your consciousness stuff, your, all these different pockets to lock you in, to later manipulate you through those belief systems. Man, it's mind-blowing, okay? I always knew it was something, but it was something like, man, get off this shit. Unplug from this shit. Get away from this shit. No matter which way you turn, it's going to involve manipulation, all right? But I put in like the post. I don't know how you even search for a post. I posted the video, all right? And then there's another one also that's right around it. Just check out the channel, and then you'll see it. They're kind of like surface glazing, but it goes into what we've been telling y'all for a very long time. Why specifically? And me just blurting the shit out, showing you, making videos. I'm like, yo. But it's all of this. It's all mindless to get you away from your true self, man. Keeps you out of the way. If you're on the internet, in the ether, you're out of the way. You're out of their realm. That's where they want you. They want you out. And not to mention, it places us into like blacklisting, into the reason why we can't get no views. No matter what we do, we'll never get a view. Certain people go on other people's shit, it don't get views. It's because the algorithm is set up to push people into these factions and in these pockets, right? And then, when you're in there, they can monitor you, they can target you in other ways, they can do all kind of stuff, man. It's crazy, man. It really is. It's mind blowing, man. So, this is my official. I quit, man. I'm not doing none of this no more. There's no point, man. People think they're free too. Yeah. It's crazy, man. And I'm specifically talking about the internet. I mean, off of it is even a whole nother, ball game, man. It's a whole nother ball game. And I mean, they use it for politics, for political, and swaying people. You wonder like how people can buy this stuff and think this stuff. It's because their minds have been broken down, and this has been inserted and placed in there. And then you could go and see how all this other stuff, how they begin. They literally have cracked the human mind with technology, and AI is going to take it to a whole nother level, man. They have a plot with artificial intelligence because they're not going to take over the world by their means. They're going to use some other means, and I believe it is going to be AI. Oh, AI got too smart, took over, nuke bombed everything, or just turned off. We couldn't train it anymore. It got mad at us and started attacking us. I mean, they're going to do something along those lines. Okay. All right, they are. We know they are behind it. Okay, they understand anything that is created. All right, is they're not going to create something that they can't control. Don't be fooled by that movie nonsense. Okay, don't be fooled by it, because you can play with AI and it'll tell you the shit anyways. I mean, it's perimeters. It's study the AI shit. I've been doing that, man. Not the dumb shit, but study the AI shit. How it works, what they're using it for, how it's, doing everything it's doing. It's crazy, man. But they're going to use that at some point because they can't let us have it, because it, and they can't unleash it out because it kind of like goes against their system. All right. They want to control everything under that system. All right. But between them and it, they're going to destroy this reality we're in. It just is what it is. They're going to destroy it. All right. And then use that to control us and sit behind like, oh, they didn't do it. Now it's in control. We got to just live with it, whatever. But I'm just telling you, in the meantime, man, like, you got to get back to this physical reality, man. They done unplugged us from the physical reality and put us into a whole nother one, and we're thinking we're awake and doing all this other stuff. When you unplug, you realize, you know what? We ain't do nothing but make everything much more worse. All right? Because we did what they wanted us to. Now, that doesn't take away of all the real information we put out. Stuff that we see can prove. And I'm talking about, like, again, I go back to, one of the greatest researchers in displaying information that is off mainstream, right? That's why we're in this algorithm, because we're not, we don't go anywhere with it. So they had to put us basically in a black hole, in an abyss, all right? That's where they put a lot of us in an abyss. But those that could talk about what's going on, well, they'll push them out there to a certain level, and then they'll stop them. All right, that's what they do, man. I mean, this shit is a crazy grid. And I wish I still had, I literally had this brother had shared this entire, I don't know where he got it from. All right, and I'm still trying to find it, but I got the PDF of this. And then when he took it down off of his platform, for some reason it vanished off me. I can't find it anywhere, man. And it labeled, I mean, this shit had over 1,000, okay, tech companies, DOD companies, all these surveillance companies that you could ever dream of, imagine. I mean, they had all of this stuff, man. It's It's true. It was actually scary, frightening. Okay, it really is scary, frightening, man. Like that's why I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. There's no point. It's a waste of time and energy. All right, and we all know, and I've talked to this with my brother Wise about how much wasted time it was. All right, not meeting y'all and like dropping real understanding to like get it. You know what I mean? And this is what they're trying to learn. They're trying, and there's actually people out there that are connected to this mainframe that is drawing that type of understanding out to try to put it through the machine, the computers and AI, to be able to understand what the actual consciousness is. Don't let them fool you to think that, oh, AI has a conscience. No, it does not. It does not. It cannot connect and do what we can do. All right. Don't fall for that crap. All right. Do not fall for it. Could it be one day? I mean, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Anything's possible. But don't believe what they're telling you. All right. Don't believe what they're telling you. They're mimicking the human being. All right. They got the physical. They're getting the frequencies and the brain waves and all that other stuff. But a consciousness, that's a whole nother realm that they're into, okay, that they're trying to get, all right. But they're not gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? It'll destroy, the place will be destroyed and destroy itself before that. You know, so yeah, so I mean that's basically my hiatus away it's pointless, because I know, and I've been known, that we're in a hole. All right. And if people make it to this hole, if you make it to me from somewhere, it's because they put you in the same fucking hole. You know? Put you in the same hole. You know, and I had to back out. You know, back out. Regroup, dust off, you know? And you realize the most brainwashed people are on the internet. I mean, they're batshit. If you don't believe them, they'll kill you. You know, I can meet a stranger on the street that don't know nothing about nothing, and they ain't gonna kill me if I don't believe in what they're doing. These people, they kill you. They will literally, if you ain't, they want to banish you out of society. That liberal mentality type shit. You don't believe them? Oh, you gotta go. You know? And it's another note. Now the sovereign citizen. Oh, everybody wants to adopt it now. After I was the first one to bring that up to everybody. Because I went to all the people that pushed it. I went to the Yusuf Els. I went to the Brandon Joe Williams. I went to the Paul Unslaves, and went over there, drop it in there, and they're like, oh, but now, and I was even giving these motherfuckers the source, backed up by the same people that created it. It wasn't even me. And that's the true reason why I said, fuck this, man. I'm like, man, ain't nobody, where are the people that are awakened, man? I'm like, man, fuck this. I'm literally giving it to them, showing them that them themselves says the term citizen means one of the sovereign people. All right. And when I tell them I give them the source, they're like, the most expensive legal dictionary you can buy. All right. They don't even have it in their repertoire. They're like, oh, I got the second edition, third edition. Why ain't you get the first one? We don't make it make sense, man. I mean, it's sad, man. And then giving them the case law, then giving them, interpretations from other Federalist Papers, explaining how we live in a self-governing society. That's it. Only the people that can't govern themselves are under the form of the government. Okay? It is what it is, man. It's mind-blowing, man. That's honestly what made me quit. Okay? Because I done been in every nook and cranny, and everybody, is caught up in mind control, in their own belief that somebody put out there. that somebody, you know, is manipulating. That you know, I mean, it just is what it is, man. And if you see people with big followings, man, they are attached and they have a streamline, okay, of something that they want pushed for some type of agenda that they could roll in their mind control through those agendas, okay? And I've always told you, like, I love the police, you know, the cop watching, the police, you know, accountability. I love that. But I also know on the back end that's for their agenda, all right? But in the meantime, people can actually be veering off to understand, like, okay, we need to understand what's going on. We need to, and then you'll see that channel lose, you know, the channel will kind of like not get as much traction. Like auditing Erie County. He ain't going to get as much traction as Long Island Audit because auditing Erie County actually does what he says he's going to do. He follows up, okay? He follows up and he's pushed into a whole different algorithm, all right? Not like a Long Island Audit or all these other channels that get these pushed through, all right? These things are these are, I'm using these as an example of how they do it. All right, it's only they put they're I forgot what they call them. They call them like something like bubbles. It's like bubbles. Like if you read the diagram, they show it. All right, they show how like YouTube Blacklist. All right, is under what company is that? YouTube Blacklist is under in Google, man. Google's all they all embedded in this stuff, man. Yeah, InfoWars is attached to it. YouTube. What is this thing called, man? I'm trying to get you the actual call that the thing that Google calls this shit. And you know what? You get some of this by reading case law, like when the DOJ sued, well, not sued, but make sure I'm going the right way. Okay, when the Justice Department sued Google for monopolizing the digital advertising technology, that's where you go. You go to the case, read it. If they put it in there, like these companies and all this stuff and this technical terms and this shit, I took those and I went on a research just hiatus. I went on a research hiatus, and I tell you, man, you know, it like, yo, I'm like, come on, man. I'm like, nah, this just, it there's no point, man. It's all a program. The whole social media is a program. I mean, they use it to their advantage for marketing and all that other stuff, you know, all that. Yeah. But they also use it as a manipulation of your mind tool. Okay? I mean, it just is what it is. You just got to just let it go, man. And not everybody be there scrolling. Before I came on here, I went through YouTube, same shit, different story. My feed, thankfully, now is like people traveling, you know, going to other countries, you know, like giving you the real deal on what's going on in like these places, and you know, and hey, I mean, hey, that's what it's feeding me, you know. And in the meantime, it slips in other stuff, and you know, this, that, and the third, you know. So that's why your device, like you look at your device, it's going to be different than everybody else's device. That lets you know that they have you in your own algorithm. People be like, oh, I already know all this. No, you fucking don't, because you're still doing the same shit. Like, what do you mean you know it all, but you're still doing the same shit, feeding your brain the same shit? Okay? That's why I switch it up, you know? I'll get it out another way, you know? And if it works, it works. You know? Yeah, that fake. And oh man, listen, I'm gonna tell you about this. I look on my phone the other day. That shit, you know, your phones group all your photos. Says selfie. You know, it had pictures of how I got a selfie with a mask on. I had like a armor mask on. And all the pictures I took with the armor mask, guess what? They ain't got no face shown, but it's in the selfies. So that shit don't even work, man. This this recognition. People say AI. No, don't say AI. All right. It's some other technology that's beyond AI. All right. Because now, don't believe me, try that shit. Put a full face. What is it looking at now? What are they? It ain't monitoring your image anymore. That shit and whatever that camera is doing and whatever you holding and your energy in your body and these sensors on these phones, whatever that shit picking up, it ain't picking up no image no more, guys. And y'all heard it from me first. All right. This might come out in 3-4 years. By 2030. Oh shit, the phone. I mean, it ain't even, people think, no, it's not facial recognition anymore. It's recognizing your biofield, man. It's beyond that shit. Like every time they do something, trust me, they're way beyond it. And then I look, and then there's another one where, what did I have on? Old ass picture. This is like old pictures when Mission 19 was gonna head on like this other kind of mask. It's in there with the selfies. I'm like, shit. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, oh hell, man, this is wild stuff, man. This is wild stuff, man. But this is how deep it's gone, and people don't understand that there's this phone, whatever technology it got, has a field that it could sense. All right, it has a sensing field, and it's picking up thoughts. So I've been told y'all about this for years. Like I could be thinking about something, boom, I go to the Facebook Marketplace, that shit's showing up. And then they'll come out, they're like listening to your voice. Man, they light years beyond that. They want that. Okay, we could tell them now. We were listening to their voice back in 2000. We'll tell them in 2010 we were listening to their voice. And then in 2020, we'll tell them, we're spying on you with a camera. But in 2030, they're going to be like, yeah, we're picking up your biofield. Shit, we know how many heartbeat. We know how many heartbeats, how many brainwave ticks when you're looking at this video, image, or shopping item. We already know what you're thinking. Think about it, man, because people forget about the glasses. They beyond that shit. They already know. They already know. They was tackling this during Mr. 19. They're like, we're gonna put a mask on. We're gonna have them wear a mask. And we're gonna use our AI technology, and I don't even want to call it AI. It's beyond that shit. We're gonna use our facial recognition technology, and we're gonna take it up a huge notch. All right, and that's what they was doing, man. And they were promoting it, the mask, and everybody wear the mask. Take selfies. Ooh, look me, I got a mask. Look at this mask. Look at this pretty mask. Look at this cute mask. Look at this mask. Look, yeah, right, dumbass fucking neochrome face shield mask. All right, we got that. Boom, boom, boom. Meanwhile, they had something in our devices. Damn, I'm literally doing 55 and I got a big ass construction vehicle passing me. That's crazy. But anyways, that's crazy. You see how that truck just passes? That's crazy. But anyways, yeah, man. So I'm back around to make a video here, but it's all this like truth and shit. Nah, it's dead. The internet is dead, man. It's a wasteland. All right. A lot of then that's another thing is even y'all seen them around here. If you ain't seen no face and heard no voice, 9 times out of 10, that motherfucker's a bot. All right. Straight been bot for years. You never seen them, heard them. Those are bots, man. They got them out here. They got them out here. So I was like, man, it ain't worth it. You know, it ain't worth my time, ain't worth the energy. You know, what are they doing? So, you know, I'm done. You know, and don't understand how this shit works and how they got it. You know, we actually helping it. We're helping it out. You know, so got about another 15 minutes. So it's crazy, man. It truly is crazy. But it is, man. That's why you see what you see, man. Through all these little pockets of truth, and you know, with the one community, that's why you see it. That's the best example of what I'm talking about. That community over there is the best example. It's literally the entire. You can use that entire community, and you can use like the flat Earth community and like all them other hardcore communities to show that's exactly what they've done. All right, exactly what they've done, and they're just beliefs. It's just belief systems. All right, and it's control mechanism, and it's they keep you there. You know, that's where they keep you. So yeah, man. You know, you can see it, and you see how they use that tactic, which is breaking down your mental. Right? They break down your mental. Okay, they get you confused, and then they give you something that sounds beautiful, and it brings you back, and then it locks you in, and you get this euphoric thing, and then you get locked in this belief and this mind control. You're like, oh my god, there's other people who believe this. Oh my god, this is crazy, and it sounds good. However you can package it. A lot of other people use this tactic as well, man. Check that video out I post, and then it'll all come to you. Whatever you watched, whatever's in you that's real, is gonna unlock. You're gonna go back in your mental, like, damn, you know what? That is true. I remember, like, yo, like, okay, and it's just a good example of what they have done, and it's a good explanation scientifically, all right, of what they have done and what they've used, and then put it to what you've heard Wise say, what me and him both bounce back and forth talking about when it comes to the old program. Like we gave y'all the old program, you know, we gave y'all the old program on how they did it. Psychedelics, movies, you know, through the actors, the music, all that. We gave you the old program through all the old teachers that you see plastered out here. It all leads back to those same people, you know? Why? Why does it? Why? You know, why does it bring you back there? And then they gave you rituals, practices that open you up for this shit to be even more accessible, right? For you to be more, they you know, meditation and yoga and all this other stuff and this and that. No, but they didn't teach you how to do it the correct way. They didn't give you the Eastern understandings. They didn't let you know you need to be in nature or something, not in a room in a building. Like, what are you opening yourself up to? Not meditating online and shit. You know, they didn't teach you all that. They didn't. There was none of that. They didn't let you know. They didn't let you know about your body and the ley lines and you know where it needs to be in certain times of the year. You ain't supposed to be doing this. Most people don't even understand their bodies. You know, my wife teaches me about this. She understands when there's something in her body, oh, like this, and this is why this, you know, her feet's hot, or this is hot, or this is cold, or that's cold, and like this feels like this, and that feels like this. Unbelievable. It's like a walking, you know, like they have this understanding of shit that we would blow off and be like, oh, and my leg hurts, I feel cold, or my feet are cold, or they're hot, or you know, we don't pay no attention. I got a headache. Let me pop you know, an Advil or a Tylenol. You know, we don't even understand ourselves. but we out here trying to save the goddamn world. Well, understand yourself, and pretty much the world is saved. I mean, that's as easy as I could put it. Learn and understand yourself. Look outside, understand the reality, then look to nature and be like, damn, all right, I get it now. That's how you change it. Give me 1 second, guy. Let me put my disclaimer on. If I still got it on here, I don't know. I got technical difficulties, like you can imagine. Put my disclaimer on real quick. All right, so I'm back. So sorry about that. So yeah, man, and that's the thing. Like yesterday, the other day, I seen the post from Brandon Joe Williams, a good dude. Yeah, I mean, he'd be dropping some, man, they doing some damage. But anyways, Brandon Joe Williams comes out and says that, oh, I've been corrected. The term sovereign citizen is actually not an oxymoron. And I'm like, oh, okay. Even people on my channel said it's, tell me it's an oxymoron. I don't believe it. And now, him, Yusuf El, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Go look at his videos talking about sovereign citizen. I've been blocked, removed for dropping all them jewels on his whole camp over there on his channel. Now they all adopt it, right? Now they all, oh, yeah, okay. I've been telling y'all this for over a year now. Now they all jumping on the band. Hey, I told you, this another awakening happened, guys. And it has to do with understanding your true natural rights, man. And that's why you're gonna see the attack. You're gonna see the attack on all the shit again, and demonizing it again. And and I propose to a lot of people, look, man, y'all come together. We need to get that term changed. The term changed as far as stop using it as we already know. They use that term to keep us away. They use that term to demonize people that is actually their fucking term, But it's pretty crazy, man. If you don't believe me, just go look up Brandon Joe Williams, and you'll see him talking about the sovereign citizen term. I even brought that on dropped that on High Impact Flicks. One of his things was talking about sovereign citizen, how he doesn't, it's an oxymoron. I said, no, it's not. I said, it's not. You can believe whatever you want to believe, but it's not. And when I was going through that, trying to educate a lot of people about it, they was all clapping back like you couldn't believe it. They all know every damn thing. I'm like, look at this shit. and I would bait people into it, and then I would give them the definition, and they still would deny the shit. I'm like, where'd you get that from? Cite your source. Bitch, it's fucking right here. And they still didn't want to believe it. Still didn't want to believe it. Now, all jumping on the fucking bandwagon. All of them jumping on the bandwagon. You know? Crazy, man. So, you know, nah, the United States got a lot of definitions. A lot. It's just a lot. The United States has a lot of definitions. It's a nation at the same time. You know, it's 3 different jurisdictions. So you got United States, then you got United States, then you got United States of America. You know, and then you got the states, which is whatever state you're in. You know, if you're in New York State, you know, that's a whole nother understanding. So, but it's a lot, man. You know. So, but yeah, man. So, you know, that's about it, man. I was just telling y'all, man, get off this fucking internet. It's a waste of time. You're just feeding the dope. That's what it goes. And I mean, like, get off the internet like how, you know, be on the internet looking for the latest, greatest story. I don't know what the fuck going on. I barely knew it was a damn hurricane. I'm like, oh shit, there's a hurricane in the Carolinas? I'm like, I ain't surprised. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on. I got tuned in a little bit to stay in the loop. Obviously, I'm not out of the loop, but I pay attention to shit like, okay, all right, watch this move, watch that move. I'm watching, you know, them creeping in the back door with another, you know, mask up ticks and shit like that. I'm looking, you know, and then on a local level, you see a lot of stuff going on in your local areas. Like, damn, man, you know, got to get off the internet. Get off the internet. It's a waste of fucking time, man. It's a total waste of time. Doesn't do anything. Ain't did nothing for nobody, actually, truly. Yeah, you know, it wake you up, change your thought. I'm talking about that, but at this point, somebody still being on the internet looking for the latest, greatest psychological operation, wasting your time. You're in the loop, and they deliberately, now you know that they create these news stories to match the people that are sucking them up. Now you know why they put in numbers or they say certain things and they doing this shit on purpose, man. CNN, MSNBC, Fox News is connected with DARPA and all these same things, YouTube, Google, they all working together. So if they're manipulating your mind, it's all being done together. You're not watching the news and say, oh, look what I just saw. I just discovered this. They wanted you to, they did that deliberately on purpose, okay? Not 100% everything, but the obvious, come on, man. And that's how we used to be like, how can they do it? This is like obvious. Well, guess who they're targeting? You. That's it. You. They know. You. They're manipulating your mind. Okay? All together. That's what they're doing. It's pointless. You're not predicting anything. You're not fucking, we're not seeing through it. They're deliberately doing it. Because one, they got to tell you what they're doing before they do it, but also because they're going to take you down a path, all right? They know that when they come out with a story, they're going to keep a lot of people busy, and at the back end, they're going to be doing something else, man. Y'all forgot what we dealing with? They understand the architectural design of a triple, quadruple, double cross. Go look up the symbol of a triple, quadruple, double cross, and how the CIA operates off that aspect. Basically, they'll be telling you something, lying to you at the same time, telling you the truth, showing you the bad guy, okay? Showing you the bad guy, showing you the ones that get the bad guy, and then praising the bad guy. We did it. Meanwhile, the bad guy made the good guy do it, and the bad guy is the one actually doing it. And then you think the bad guy is the good guy. That's the triple, quadruple, double cross. That's how they do it. It's crazy. That's exactly how they do it. Exactly to the T how they do it. And then they'll do it all over again. And that's how they do it. And meanwhile, you're like, damn, they done showed you in movies. You ever seen a movie go so many different ways? And then they're like, damn, I ain't even, oh, that's crazy. That's how they do it. They're showing you, look, this is how we do it. But they're gonna lose you in one of those loops, so you never see it. But if you see it, you're like, nah, you ain't getting me. And another thing is, when you were learning yourself and learning how your body is and how it operates when you woke up, you should have been learning how to understand human behavior. You know, because I could look at something in 1 second and just off body language alone, okay? What better way to understand your reality than to think like a psychopath? And what that means is sometimes you got to study what they know, you know, human behavior. What would the CIA do to understand how to manipulate somebody? Do I know how to manipulate somebody? If I know all this and learned all the shit they know, of course. All right? Of course I could. Anybody could. I could talk to somebody 5 minutes and understand so much about them. Understand if they're lying, telling the truth. Just like my kids, they know they could never tell me a lie. They couldn't tell me a lie, 1, in the physical form, 2, through a video or through a text. You can't do it. I know what somebody lying through a text. I studied text analytics. I studied these LLMs through this AI shit. I know automatically. Boom. You know? And not that I be wanting to do it, just whatever way the wind blows and takes me, that's just the way I go. You know? It just is what it is. It's just the way I go. And if something blow me in the wind to learn this, then I'll learn it. I'm not a person that says no to anything, except for drugs. I ain't gonna say no. You tell me something, I'll check it out. I'm gonna go research. I'm gonna deep dive in that shit. You know? Or I could be talking to somebody 5 minutes, they'll say, oh, you heard about that? You know about that? Nah. Been up and down and all through that rabbit hole. I'll stop you before you even go down it. Nah, sorry. Nope, don't work like that. Then I'll tell them why. And then I'll be like, damn, that makes sense. And yeah, so why waste your time? Stop. It's a waste of fucking time. You know? Waste of time. So, you know, yeah, that's about it, man. I'm about to get up off here and, you know, hey, whenever y'all see me. Again, y'all can always hit me up. You know, y'all can always hit me up, whatever. Reach me on that. Yeah, right, 2021@gmail.com. You know, just hit me up there. You know, I'll come back now and then, of course. You know, I'll be dropping beats and stuff. But it's pointless to be, you know, here doing this. It's pointless. So I'll just do things in another form, you know. And if you could post like just little thoughts through the day, I would. I don't know, the YouTube post is like, it's like stupid. I don't even know how you even view it. You know, for people to think throughout the day, I'd rather do that. Like throw thoughts out there than come do a video and put it in, get it in the mixed in the algorithm and all the other stupid shit or whatever the hell else they be doing. You know. There's so much shit that I could be making videos on. It's like, you know, but what's the point? Y'all gotta see it. It's all bullshit. You know? I know who sold they fucking soul. You know? Proton Mail doesn't, I mean, if I'm trying to just hide from the average person, but Proton Mail, go look up case law and Proton Mail. There is nothing, you can't do shit on the internet except for be on some shit in a whole nother, you know, jurisdiction. That's the only thing that changes. It's the jurisdiction of them being able to go after somebody. If you in this landmass, they know everything you're doing, no matter what. They know everything you're doing, unless you are a super sophisticated person that understands what they know. That's different. But using like stuff like that, Proton Mail, go look up the Proton Mail in case law, and how bam, they got everything. You know, that's how you really know what you're dealing with, when you could just go, just anything you want to know, go look up the law and case law writings about the stuff, on how they bring it. It'll blow you away farther than you think. You know, it's been blown away already. Like, damn. You be like, God damn. You know, people like, oh, you know, the cameras, I don't want them putting the camera up. Meanwhile, they know every single place you are going. They can place your device where they don't need a camera. They don't need it. All right? They got plate readers everywhere. They got everything. Houses, businesses got cameras on them. They all linked in. They get it all. They know everything, man. They want this police state is going to be enacted. They don't even have to do anything. It's already here. They're just slow drip feeding us. They're slow drip feeding the injection. You know? Just think about it. But I'm telling you, go look up Proton Mail with case law and criminals. Trust me, they got all the shit. It's crazy, man. You know? I ain't doing no criminal activity, so whatever. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever. They looking for criminals and people doing shit, you know? So, hey, man, it is what it is, man. That's just how they do it. You know, that's the grid we're in. Gotta remember, the CIA creates all this stuff. I mean, come on, man. What else you gonna do? You know? The whole thing is connected. You know? The whole thing is connected. Unless you are like a computer programmer hacker, that's the only way you can stay hidden, and you gotta keep moving. You gotta keep doing shit. Like, not, okay, I'm a pro, I'm just, that's it. No, man, they have to keep moving, changing, and doing, because they'll get caught. It's always something different, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I gotta get up off here. Much love to you guys, and I'll see you when I see y'all.
So, when you hear me speak, and the things I say, I'm speaking to my people.
If you ask me, I'll tell you what is wrong with the world. We're being desensitized from the things we should feel. Living our lives in these times while we suffer inside, and we can't see the problems because the masses are blind. Let's try and find a solution. We're not helping ourselves. We're walking around unattached and disconnected from self. Too comfortable and too scared. That's why we never rebel. That's why we catch me writing rhymes and trying to balance the scales. Put car on the roads. It seems like dawn of the dead. Zombies, robots, lemons being misled. It's like we're sheep to the slaughterhouse on the conveyor belt, about to self-destruct, cause we're under a spell. We search for purpose, but nothing ever surfaces. We need to be accountable, cause we're deserving this. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world, while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking. We're blinded by the rubbish and glamorized materials. Imperialism has got us fearing rules, and tired of these rappers rapping about their cars and jewels. If you take a step back, they will define buffoons. The saddest thing is that they're in the minds of all the children. They keep our money motivated, and that's how they kill them. But do we care? No. Young money's here. That's why I aim this 2 inches above your earlobe, so we can all start pulling in the same direction. Cause it seems to me like we've lost that connection. connection. Man, you've sold your soul, so you show no affection. Get to know yourself and love your reflection. It's like your brain's a phone and you got no reception. Arm your mind with knowledge, use it as a weapon. Alarm bells are ringing, but it's like you refuse to wake up. Subconsciously you're hitting on the snooze. It's just another day in this world while we're living under the spell. When you travel through realms, just make sure you prevail. Elevate for yourself. You need to stop sleepwalking.
There has to be some accountability. You have to have some self-account. You have to say to yourself, what am I going to do that's right for me, man? When am I going to take ownership for what I do to me and my people?